Since 2000, Nigeria has been celebrating May 29 as Democracy Day. On June 6, 2018, 8 days after May 29, 2018 has been celebrated as Democracy Day, President Muhammadu Buhari announced that Democracy Day would move to June 12 from 2019. The view of the federal government is that the annulled general election of June 12, 1993 is a more fitting occasion for Democracy Day. In line with this, the Deputy President of the Senate, Ovie Omo Agege, who spoke on the 21st anniversary of the country's Democracy Day, gave kudos to President Muhammadu Buhari. According to him, it was during his administration that June 12 was recognized as Democracy Day as opposed to May 29.
First and foremost, let me give kudos again to President Muhammadu Buhari. Because it was during his administration that he took that pivotal and monumental decision, to recognize June 12th as our Democracy Day, as opposed to May 29, which to a lot of people really had no significance other than just being a date for elections. I think he did this, to honor the memory of those, who brought us to where we are today, who fought for democracy. They put their lives on the line. They lost so much. It was because of Abiola's resoluteness, that eventually produced the presidency of Obasanjo. So it's only fitting that even though Obasanjo himself, under subsequent president, and administration did not recognize the sacrifices made by Moshood Abiola, who actually won that election. He took the big heart and the magnanimity of President Muhammadu Buhari to recognize these sacrifices. Not just sacrifices of Moshood Abiola alone, but also sacrifices of others, like the wife, Kudrat, who was also taken out in pursuit of our right, to have our democratic leaders elected.
On total overhaul of the 1999 Constitution has been clamored for by some persons. Senator Ovie Omo Agege, who is also chairman of the Senate Constitutional Review Committee, said while the people wished that the Constitution passed through a different process, he also believed that the Constitution can be reformed, reviewed, but has to be incremental.
I understand where they're coming from. I understand their sentiments. They would have wished that the Constitution we have, passed through a different process. But people need to understand that even though they were not the elected representatives of the people as such, we need to understand that these were not necessarily military officers. They are the leaders of the communities at the time that were so recognized and identified by the ruling leadership and picked on them based on their contributions already to their various communities, to step forward and give us this constitution. Is that how I would have wished the constitution were given to us? Absolutely not. But that's what we have right now. I believe that we can have it reformed, reviewed, but it has to be incremental because unlike the military, where fees were done by fiat, here it has to be done through persuasions. But I think the good news right now is that we've taken this assignment very seriously. In this night Senate, I also give kudos to the 8th Assembly as well, because it was in the 8th Assembly that the Constitutional Review Committee at the time, in their wisdom, came up with the idea that rather than go for a wholesome constitutional review, where based on the poison pill rule, you either take everything or you throw everything out. I think in their wisdom they decided that they go incrementally, bifurcate it, have each provision stand on its own. So the ones that are not acceptable to the majority of the people failed, while the ones that were acceptable passed. And that was very, very smart of them, and we intend to build on that. in this ninth Senate.
Senator Omo Agege, who also spoke on the 9th Senate determination to work in synergy with the executive arm, said the 9th Senate is now a place where partisanship, constructive cooperation and engagement with the executive arm reigns.
We're determined, as we began the 9th Senate, that we're going to change course, that this was going to be a new assembly. It's going to be one where bipartisanship will reign, where constructive cooperation and engagement with the executive arm will reign. And to that extent, if you use that as a yardstick, this has been a different assembly, and I believe our goals have been achieved.
For the Deputy President of the Senate, his philosophy in life is:
you do unto others as you want to be done unto you. Like I said, I come from a background where I had a lot of things given to me, but I also had deprived, a lot of those who grew up in my environment, I saw how deprived they were. And this is so, and it is more painful, knowing full well that they come from an environment with all of the endowment, from God, oil, hydrocarbon, and all of that. Where rather than have them enjoy the benefits of this endowment, nothing actually comes to them. So that is one of the things that drive people like us, that will come here, will come to Abuja, will do our best to make sure that what is due to them, goes back to them. That we try as much as possible to ameliorate their conditions. We try as much as possible to make sure that oil, hydrocarbon and endowment that God gave to them does not remain a curse, all through their lives. Like growing up, I've always told people I grew up in the village. I had a stream by my house in the village. I learned to swim in that stream. I learned to fish in that stream. But today, you go to that stream, there's no aquatic life, because you actually have oil, popping up from the water. No aquatic life. Even the agro life too is all gone because of gas flaring. In fact, I think the gas has been flaring near my village. It was actually on if I was born, if my memory is right, and it continues to flare as we speak. These are some of the things we're fighting, to put a stop to. So to the extent that you have all of this, it's difficult for you to take a rest, to go do anything else other than to fight, take care of the people.